I'm showing the books I picked up on New Comic Book Day, the last week of March, first week of April, and maybe a dad joke or two. So let's check it out. Hey, thanks for checking out my Comics Closet. I'm Lynn. I'm going to show the books I picked up for New Comic Book Day. I think it was March 26th and then April 2nd, here just a couple days ago. Today's the 5th, right? Yeah, the 5th of April, Friday. I was going to try to shoot this Wednesday night, and I got home a little later. So I kind of got stuff set up. Got my books back here. I'm going to talk about those in my next video. I'm going to do a video showing, well, I think I might do two again. I'm going to show the shows that I went to, which was like 3 weekends ago now, but it was the Dixieland Flea Market comic book show, and I think it was like comic and toy show, and the Warren Elks comic book show, which was like March 16th. So yeah, I want to get that shown, and then I picked up a bunch of books, and I haven't got a chance to go through them since then, really, so I'm going to show that. I may show the video of the show first, talk about it a little bit, because it's going to make it long, and then if I show the books. So keep tuned for that. So I'm not even going to show shows that are coming up. I mean, we know the Motor City Comic Con's coming up in May, and the Detroit Comic Book Show is April 22nd, I think. That's in Dearborn, at the Dearborn Institute of Performing Arts or something. It's a really nice show. I'll be talking about that more. And I think there's one more. There's like, well, I think June. Sometime in June's the next Warren Elks. So anyway, those are all those shows. So I've got these books that I picked up, Comic Corner. But first, I am going to do the dad jokes. So, I'm going to pull this card off the top of the Totally Embarrassing Dad Joke deck that my wife got me for Christmas a couple years ago. I haven't read them. I haven't seen them. I don't know what they are. There's 3 jokes on each card. And we're going to laugh. So, here we go. Did you hear about the cheese in a top hat? It was a Swiss cheese. Swish cheese. Anyway, what did the cheddar say to the jacket potato on their date? You make me melt. Why was the cat sitting on the computer? To keep an eye on the mouse. That's good now, right? Anyway, those are the dad jokes. They're not bad. Oh, well, way over there. So, all right. Before we get started here, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a like, a thumbs up, a comment, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1 million subscribers. Well on my way. I think actually I'm at 293 now. And I'm working on doing a giveaway to give away a 9/8 slab here. Once I get these next few videos done, I may just do it because I can't seem to get together and get my stuff sent into CGC. But I'll pull out a couple of different slabs, put them up and give everybody a choice. If somebody wants something different, you know, I'm going to do the Spider-Man, adjectiveless Spider-Man #1, Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, some people call it, in the silver edition and a 9/8. Or I'm going to figure out a couple of different books that I can give away if somebody wants something besides that. If you don't like Spider-Man, maybe I'll find something ZBCS. Give it a choice. But anyway, appreciate it if you'd like, comment, share, and subscribe, and keep checking me out here. So now let's check out these books from New Comic Book Day. So, all right, a little sip here, and then I'm going to show these books I picked up from Comic Corner by LCS. I go to the one in Rochester Hills, Michigan, and there's also one in Fraser, Michigan. You should join the comic book collectors club there. I think it's like 20 bucks. They usually have maybe merch or something. They usually have a month where it's free. But they give you 25% off all of your subscription books, all your stuff in your pull box. I forget what it is, 15 or 20% off of most of the other stuff in the store. So I go there every week, pretty much, if I have to. Actually, yesterday, that's why I was late home. It was raining, nasty Wednesday night, I guess. Snowing a little bit. So anyway, actually, I haven't got these books out and sorted them. I forgot. But I get them in those. I usually take these with me, and I pick them up there so they don't get messed up in my car. Oh, well, so there is. Don't forget that Free Comic Book Day is coming up. First Saturday in May. Not sure what date that is. But we'll talk about more of that. We'll talk more about that as it gets closer. I got a whole bunch of flyers. So, I always grab these when I'm at my store. Blocking is this here. Let me put this in here, which is the comic or DC Connect, which has Justice League versus Gorilla and Kong 2, and on the back is Batman Ninja versus the Yakuza League, it says. I think I'm just going to put this in its own bag right now just to... Come on, now don't bend it, right? Actually, this is just a preview book. What's this month for? June 2025. So I'm going to set that over there, and then this is how I get my books usually. They come in a bag like this. They're totally unbagged, unboarded. They're in a full box with a little basket they have behind the counter there. So I'm going to have to do a quick sort here. Okay, so these are in no particular order then. Let's see if I can figure out what I've got going on. What's that one? All right, are we ready? I'm gonna set this over here. First thing I got is this Deadpool 13. I don't know what it is. Deadpool, Lady Deadpool or something. Kidpool, somebody. So, put that over there. Let me just get these over here. Got a bunch of pre-made bags and boards here. I'll leave one there so you can't see the surprise. No. So the next one I have is Hovering 5, which is got Mephisto on the cover. Oops, over here, huh? Now I moved him. Already got a habit out of it. And then this is Miles Morales, Spider-Man, what is it? 32. Looks like he's fighting Thor and Hercules. And then we have Moon Knight 7. A little issue with the 8-ball there. Looks like Deadpool, and I'm sure that is standing back there. Then we have this West Coast Avengers number 6, which has got Captain America, which is actually Sam the Falcon, right? And Iron Man going at it, looks like. And then here we go. This is the big surprise. I'm not gonna spoil it. All new Venom revealed, number 5. All new Venom. I have heard. Who is the new Venom? I haven't been reading the current Venom. I'm gonna get caught up on it here once I get some time. Kind of a crazy choice as Venom, but you never know. They gotta do something. All right. Didn't even realize what this was. This is Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time. One. He's standing on a whole pool of bodies of the Marvel superheroes. Whole pool of bodies? Did I say pool? Whole pile of bodies? I don't know. All right. next one here is what's that? That's in the way. I don't usually do this here. The Immortal Thor, number 22. Here's the cover. Not sure what's going on in that either. Guess I keep saying that. I want to keep my titles going. So this is Spider-Boy 18 with Spider-Man on the cover too. And this is X-Men number 14. Now I can't think of that kid's name either. He hated Wolverine. He was in the Wolverine school, right? Or the Xavier school where Wolverine was teaching or in charge of. But I can't remember his name now, but it doesn't matter. All right, so that's all the Marvel stuff I got in my pull box. But I do get some Image titles, and maybe I do get Dark Horse, like Hellboy, when they come out. This is The Walking Dead Deluxe, number 110. And this one here. This is another Image title, The Scorched, number 39. And then this is a new book of the New You Spawn Universe title. The Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx. This is 1 out of 7 issue miniseries in the Spawn universe. I have all the Spawn, pretty much. I mean, I have all the main Spawn title as far as, most of the main issues. And then I have all the spin-offs, bunch of the stuff. And then so, I'm going to show this book here from The Discerning Reader, which is Cruel Kingdom number 4. There was a couple of titles, but this one looked cooler. But see, now these, they're on the Discerning Reader rack, come bagged and taped. So if you ever buy a book from me and it's in a bag like this with just a clean piece of tape, never been opened. So this is, Cruel Kingdom, what is it, an EC comic? So, that was everything I got. I say it was March 26th, I believe. So now, this is everything I got on April 2nd. Same deal. I just picked these up the other night. I usually go through them and bag and board them first. I'm going to set that down there. Same thing, I grabbed some more of these. The New Comic Book Day adverts, but alright, so these are so get them in a little bit of an order here. Get so out of order. All right, so these are you can't tell which ones are what because they do have all the Marvel titles have that.
10 hours later.
And then these. All right. All right, I'm cutting some of that out probably. But I had them New Comic Book Day things, but this is Marvel free previews, which is for June 2025. Number 43. Imperial number 1, new comic coming out. The New Galactic Order. See, I got bent in my bag there even. But that's not that big a deal. Like I say, these are the free previews. On the back, it's got what? Oh, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. So let's get past that because I don't know how many bags I got here. All right. So the first thing I have here out of my pull box from Comics Corner, Rochester Hills, is, well, this is the whole One World Under Doom storyline, and now it's the Fantastic 3, because Doom's got Ben Grimm on the ground. It looks like he blew all his rocks off. And then, oh, this is kind of a crazy one. Godzilla versus the Fantastic Four. Beware the King of the Monsters. That's number 1 issue. And then we have, that's kind of crazy. Just in time for April Fool's Day, the Pool Illuminati, number 1, which is a whole bunch of different Deadpools, like from the movie. You can't quite kill them. And then I have Uncanny X-Men number 12. It's the Gambit cover. What's it say? Oh, it's time to pay the VIG. Maybe the Vigilante. The VIG. I'm not sure what that is. And then some awesome covers in this stuff, though. Wolverine Revenge number 5. Let's go back here. Incredible Hulk number 23. Look, he's riding on the man bat. I don't know if that's that's what I was trying to think of. In the one last one I saw, they had Betty Ross on the cover, and she was the Harpy. I couldn't think of the name of the character at the time. I don't know if that's supposed to be her still, but we'll go with this. This is Laura Kinney, Wolverine number 4. She's arm wrestling Bucky, the Winter Soldier. I have this Wolverine versus Deadpool. Slash them up just in time again for April Fool's Day. And so cool, I had to get 2. Just a great battle cover. Ron Lim and Israel Silva. I always like Ron Lim's art. I gotta get some books signed by him. Got a lot of, well, he did a bunch of Silver Surfer stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in a bag still, even though it does have a bag with no board. Try to get it in there without bending the flaps. Oh, all right, so that's, oh, maybe not. There's one more here. And I even noticed this one. All right, this is kind of cool. From the 8th Deaths of Spider-Man, this is the Amazing Spider-Naut, where he must somehow have the powers of the Juggernaut. And he's looking like he's running right up the side of a building. Of course, he can't be stopped. All right, so that was everything with Marvel in my pool box. But they did have, put this in the bag. This one, I pulled this off of the Marvel rack, which is just a facsimile of Fantastic Four #3, which has got the what they call the flying bathtub, right? The old Fantastic car on the cover. If you saw a couple weeks ago, I bought that short box, like a graphic short box that had this illustration on the front of it, and then it has the thing on one side, and it has the thing on the other side. And actually right now it's got all the books that I've been doing this with shoved in it after I do my video. So I got to go through that and resort them all. Okay, so now we're into, okay, this is still in my pull box, but this is an Image book, and it is Savage Dragon 276. I have all those right from the beginning too. I've got a couple of #1s. Don't think I've had one of those graded out yet. I'm going to try to get a 9 into that. I've got Spawn and Pit and Wildstar. Or #1 Image books. I have a lot of the Image, but I don't have that much of it graded. I don't know how much of it's worth it. But here's another, actually the last book that was in my pull box, which is another Image book called Gunslinger. What's it say? 41? Yeah. Gunslinger 41. Spawn title. I'm not really familiar with it. I think I was reading the Spawn titles, Spawn book, original, when he came out in it. But now I don't really remember any of that. That was years ago when he first was. So, now these are the books I got from the Discerning Reader rack. Again. Which is I don't have any more bags. These will be all right though. I'll rebag these later. Boombox Comics. Oh, this is I Heart Skull Crusher #8. Get in there, you. Get in there, you. Boom. Boom. And then this is from First Comics. Was this First Comics? First Publishing? Yeah, First Comics. This is Badger #3, Mad Monkey Shock and Roll. And I've got the first 2 of these. That's a $6.99 book. I didn't even realize that. But it's got like looks like a creature from the Black Lagoon like character on the cover. So I thought that was kind of cool. I think there was another cover, maybe another variant. I'm not sure now. And I did get a variant of this. This is a Dark Horse comic called Into the Unbeing. This is part 2. It's Into the Unbeing 1, part 2. Or Into the Unbeing part 2, #1, I guess. And I also got this variant, or that might be the variant, but there's other cover of the Unbeing part 2, #1, which they always have some very crazy covers there. Got a crazy upside down head, but there's a little bitty person walking right there if you see. So that was everything I picked up from my comic store, my local comic shop, the LCS, as they say. So actually my son-in-law came over, my daughter and my son-in-law, and his mom found a bunch of books in their house, and they were all in a grocery bag or like a comic bag. So these were not bagged or boarded at all. But he wanted me to go through and see if there's anything worth anything. And actually I saw this one. I can just grab one at a time here. The Marvel Superheroes Summer Special with the X-Men. I was thinking this was the one that's the first appearance of Squirrel Girl, but I don't believe it is now. I looked through it and I don't see Squirrel Girl in it. But I didn't realize, because these are all, none of them were bagged or boarded. There were some of them that were in bags. No boards, hardly. A couple of them did have boards. But I thought this one was decent, maybe, if it was that. But it looks like it might have some water damage. And this corner's cut right off of it. Like somebody was chopping something with a razor knife or something. So there's like a half-inch square cut out of that corner. So, I mean, I bagged them all up and I was looking at them. I'm going to go through the other ones real quick. Which is There's this little Addams Family, like mini paperback size comic. I'm going to set that over here. We got X Factor 57. Aliens, Dark Horse Aliens 3 of 4. These are all from like the early 90s when he was a teenager, right? Or maybe. He was born like in the 80s. He might have been 20, something like that. So this is what he kind of likes. He collects Batman stuff, I think. He likes Batman stuff. This is Batman Returns, movie adaptation, which wasn't too bad a shape. It could use a press. Wouldn't hurt it at all. And this X Factor 49, X Factor 52. They got some great covers on them. X-Men Classic 61, which is a cool book. Phoenix. That's Lalandra, right? X Factor 56, Archangel. Venom. Oh, Knights of Vengeance, #1. Foil cover. Not too bad shape. You know. It's not, the spine's not beat up. It's got a few little bends. X Factor 45, Iceman cover. I have all these books. I bought all, got all these X-Force, X Factor, X-Men, everything back in those days. X Factor 55, The Return of Mesmero, and the Beast on the cover. And then there's another Aliens, 2 of 4. I love the Alien books too. I love the Alien movies. X Factor 72, Who Killed Madrox. Got the Strong Guy on there. He was one of my favorites from the old X Factor. Strong Guy and Rain. I always liked werewolves, even though she's the werewoman. X Factor 67. Oh, with the Inhumans in the background. Cyclops right there in the front. Ghost Rider #16. Teaming up with Spider-Man. Obviously fighting the hobgoblins right there. Oh, there's the other Aliens. Aliens 4 of 4. Probably the whole series. I wasn't even paying that much attention. I was looking at some of these other books. Wolverine 24. So, newsstand. I didn't realize that when I was looking through them, right? That may be the most expensive book in here. X Factor 73. I haven't really researched any prices. I know none of them are worth very much, but X Factor 53. Oh, it says this issue X Factor or Cyclops pops a question. All right, and this one he had, which is a cool Ghost Rider Wolverine battle cover, drawn by Adam Kubert and Joe Kubert. And I just happen to have the same book signed by Adam Kubert in a 9/8. I thought that was kind of cool. He did have a book that I had in a graded slab, and signed. And a 9/8. And then I do have X Factor Annual #6 from 1991. I think that's when most of these books are from, or at least from a very similar era. I'm going to put that in there as a reader. Unless he wants all these back. Said he's got more. He's going to try and find them. And then this is, The New Mutants. The New Mutant, man. The New Mutants, #7. This is part 1 of the Kings of Pain storyline. And then X Factor 60. Oh, and this is part of the Extinction Agenda storyline, and it's Cyclops, Scott Summers battling Havoc. Alex Summers on the cover. Oh, and then here is the New Warriors annual, #1, part 2 of the King of Pain. So they all have that same character just standing in the middle, and everybody from that title attacking him. And then there's this X Factor 48. That's part of the Judgment War storyline with the great Jean Grey cover. Guess it's Jean Grey, unless it's Madeline. I'm not sure what's going on. I forgot back then. I did read all these back then. This is X-Men 270. Still part of the Extinction Agenda storyline. And then last but not least, see, they were all in bags like this. They were all fogged up and they feel kind of gummy. I think they might have been up in the attic or something. And this is X Factor 51. X Factor returns to Earth to face the savagery of Sabretooth. So, that is all the comics that I have here today. Pretty big pile of them. Got a bunch more stuff I'm going to show. I got some slabs here from one show. All this stuff here I need to talk about, so appreciate if you keep checking me out here at my comic closet. We bring comics, comic collecting right out of the closet. So, thank you.